right, people. Welcome to another episode of the Freak Show. And man, do we have a show for you? Because John was out at Dragon Con, and I saw that you met Ming Chow. How was meeting that son of a bitch?
Ming Chang, yo. So apparently everyone like at the cons know him, and he was awesome. He was actually pretty funny. I went up to him. I was like, "Hey man, you mind if I get a photo? I love that. Comic Man showed us that and the other." And he was more thrilled to. I don't know if just most of the people knew who he was, but like loved the hair. We sat and talked for about a half hour. Half hour. Got drunk as shit. It was pretty awesome.
I wonder if you could get him as a guest, man. That'd be cool. Just talk to him for a little bit.
I'm waiting to see what happens at Comic Con if he's there. If he's there, I'm definitely gonna break his chops and say, "Hey," because he lives in Jersey, so why not?
Monday Night Raw. You see how fucking Monday Night Raw at NXT did very good in the rating because you seen that what NXT did, the wrong in Scott Steiner's Rick Steiner's son that got Braun Breaker.
Yeah.
That's Rick Steiner. That's Rick Steiner's kid, and he beat it. And A the night got beat up twice that night. And
Now-
and this guy Ciampa is the champion again because Samoa Joe got hurt.
Yeah, Goldie's back home now. Is Joe legitimately hurt, or is it a work? Because I got to tell you, if he's hurt again,
I think that's the reason they got rid of him because he was getting hurt all the time. But I think this is also a new turning point because remember it's NXT 2.0.
yeah. What does that mean? Besides, they changed the fucking colors.
A restart. They did a restart, but you know what? The show was. You could tell the show was different. They were promoting guy. I gotta tell you, it was a lot better show.
If Joe's getting hurt again, and I love Samoa Joe, but he's getting the moniker of being very fragile and constantly being injured, and that's not good, unfortunately.
They should have kidded past the commentator. He was great.
He's a great wrestler, but if you're getting hurt, what are you gonna do?
So man, I gotta give. You know what? I shit on AEW a lot, but that match between Punk and Allen, I got respect for that kid.
Dude, that whole pay-per-view was fucking unreal.
No, but that match between Punk and Allen, like you know what, Punk was out, and this guy carried the match.
Yeah,
that carried the match because Punk hasn't been in the ring in what 7 years.
7
His
years.
stuff still look good. It looked clean, but damn, Allen, holy moly, man, what a worker.
Yeah, but dude, I mean, you got to figure Ruby Riott came out, blew the fucking house off. Daniel Bryan came out, blew the house off. Adam Cole came out, blew the house off. Like, that's what a pay-per-view should be, where you're happy you spent that money to watch it.
You know what the problem is? The main event was still not. I thought the Cage Omega was not. And then everybody's talking about the Lucha Brother versus the Young Buck. I didn't think that was that much. It was good, but everybody says like the greatest match ever. I thought it was a good match. Not the greatest, but it was a good match.
I don't know about the greatest match. It was a good, yes. It was very good, yes. Greatest match ever? I disagree with that completely.
I like the Jericho and MJF, but I wish they gave the win to MJF. I wish he would retire Jericho. Imagine Jericho just being able to be a commentator.
No, he's not retiring. He's not retiring. Stop. Jericho's not retiring anytime soon.
I know, but that was a career versus to fight MJF one more time. They should have just gave him the. It would have been great to see him. Oh, I guess I can't wrestle no more, or just him seeing whining and. Then one day get to come back and challenge him one more time. This time, if I lose, I leave the federation. I leave wrestling forever. You could have one more payout.
Yeah, I guess, but I mean, Jericho is Jericho. He's the fucking GOAT right now. Anybody who says he's not the GOAT is complete horseshit. The man's reinvented himself 1,000,000,001 times.
Do you see how much cursing in AEW yesterday?
No, I missed it.
Piece of shit. Dude, the New York show is going to be good.
Because it was in Jersey.
Yeah, but there'll be an outdoor match. I think it's going to be 4 hours. I think they're doing 2 hours of Rampage and they're doing 2 hours of Dynamite.
Well, I know what happened with it. I had something. So when they had SmackDown at the Garden, they had to edit out 90% of what was going on because they couldn't all the curses. I don't know if you watched it like through. I was watching it. I was like, why are they editing that out? Why is there no audio? It's because the audience is just cursing them against the wall. I love it. I love that. I love
But you
hearing the
see
audience
what
curse.
Selena Vega, she got kicked out of the show. Her dad was the person that got killed like in 9/11. You know that?
Yeah,
What do
yeah.
you
I
think about
saw
that whole scenario?
Foley posted something about that, and he said that's complete. It's a complete joke. I don't know if you saw a couple of days ago. Mick Foley also posted a YouTube thing saying WWE has a problem. Did you see that yet?
Yeah.
I was like, and he's not wrong. He brought up Karrion Cross, and he's like, no one wants to work for WWE anymore because you're not making stars. You're just stifling people. And why would they want to work for you when they make the same amount of money for less dates at AEW and have, creative freedom, which it's kind of like working for ECW. It's like, all right, go do your thing.
I don't know, man. That sounds fucking rough, man. Because you know what the problem is? WWF got so many wrestlers that, dude, after they fight all those wrestlers, they still got like a roster of 275 wrestlers. It's unheard of, and they
Yeah.
got so many people they're bringing up that you haven't seen. How about Mandy's Raw's new look?
She looks phenomenal. I'm sorry. She looks
Oh my
fucking
god,
phenomenal. Her body is insane.
the dark hair. She's like a fucking super villain in NXT. I think she'll do fine, man.
Dude, forget the dark hair. I follow her on Instagram. Her body is
Oh my god.
I want to know what she eats because she can't eat much because her body is just ripped.
Her body's lunalicious, if you know what I mean.
Speaking of, tomorrow is Luna's tomorrow? No, today. Today's Luna's
Actually,
birthday.
today.
Today. I was actually supposed to be there, but with everything I have going on with the family and whatnot, I could not get down there, unfortunately.
That's an outrage. That's an American outrage.
So we're doing wish her a very happy birthday. Her mom flew in, which is awesome. Tonight's her. If you're in the Fort Lauderdale area, tonight is her art exhibit. I don't know exactly where. I will find out where it is and post it. She's doing an art show for the first time.
She got a flyer on Instagram, on Facebook.
Yes.
She put up the flyer, so.
Yes. I'll find it and I'll post it because she deserves as much attention as possible because she's an amazing person.
Hey, what do you think about it? Do you see the new Marvel movie? It's getting a lot of good review. The Shang-Chi
and the Ten Rings. I did see it.
Oh, what do you think?
I think the way they did the Ten Rings was pretty badass. Changing it to like bracelets, not just like finger rings. I think they abused the Mandarin. I think them bringing back fucking Trevor was hysterical. I think some of the best scenes were the end scenes and the scenes with Wong and the Abomination, which Abomination looks so much more like the comic book version than the actual Hulk version, which I thought was awesome. It was a really, really good movie. I liked it a lot, honestly.
That's what everybody said, that they liked it a lot. They thought it was very good. It was very fast, and those end credits scene. I guess that guy Wong is like the new, like, is he gonna be like the new Iron Man? He'll be in every movie, or he's like the new Nick Fury.
Nick Fury, maybe. I mean, I gotta tell you, I liked it better than Black Widow. I'm not even gonna try and lie. Much as I liked Black Widow, I thought this movie it's tied in more to the stories of the MCU and what's going on forward. It'll be interesting to see what happens with the Eternals. That comes out in a month?
Yeah, dude. You know what comes out in a month? The Venom 2, the October 1st.
There's a lot coming out in the next 3 months. You got Spider-Man comes out in December. You got the Eternals. You got Venom. I think Morbius comes out in February. There's a lot coming out.
And then you got all the DC stuff that's coming out. You got like Black Adam. You got Shazam 2.
When is Black Adam coming out?
I think 2023.
All right, so that's a while away then.
Yeah, because they started filming now. Because I don't know, they had some delay because The Rock been announcing this guy for like 5 years already.
Yeah.
And they haven't done anything with it. And the thing's coming back for that DC FanCon is coming back in October also. They're doing another one.
Oh shit! Have you been watching? Speaking of which, I didn't watch Titans yet. Have you up to date with Titans? Titans is so good this season.
Titan is so good this year. Like they
so
do.
Good.
They got like but the thing is, they got the vision of the Joker killing Robin, like Jason Todd. It's a totally different spin. And the Red Hood, the way they did it, you know what? You're looking at it, and you're like, oh man, they changed it so much. But I think by the end of
Well,
the day,
in,
we're
in,
gonna
in the
get
in the
a
comic book, the Joker killed Jason Todd. He blew him up,
yeah, and his
but he didn't
mother.
die. Yeah,
Yeah, it
I
was
I
him and his
think I
mother.
had this conversation during Dragon Con, which we're gonna talk about Dragon Con in a bit. I think they rushed the story. In the comic, Jason Todd died and wasn't around for a while. And then Red Hood showed up, and you didn't know it was Jason Todd for a while. I think and unfortunately, I think with the TV show, they rushed it too much, in my opinion. I think that should have been a longer, slower burn, like Trigon was. Trigon was a whole season leading up to him. I think that should have been the finale of the first season, not the start of the second season, which I've had that conversation before. But I really think they should have just drawn out introducing Jason Todd as the Red Hood for a while. My opinion.
Yeah, no, I like that. I like that. They should have dragged the story a little bit longer. They should have had Jason Todd be. And dude, they really killed Hank. Can you believe that?
That scene was still to this day one of the greatest. Every scene with Connor where everything slows down to show how he sees, but that scene with Hank when just the bits and pieces of Hank are flying past him, it was phenomenal. I'm sorry if that doesn't get an award for the cinematography. I have no fucking clue what does. Then I have no clue about TV anymore.
And Crypto was sitting with him at the time too. Remember that Crypto was laying right
Yep,
next to him.
it came out all black and shit. Yeah, it's a good
How
show. It really
crazy!
is.
How crazy it was. It wasn't Jason Todd that killed him. It was the
It was
girlfriend.
Dove. Dove, yeah.
Duh.
Well, it wasn't her, but because he kind of tricked her, and you knew that was going to happen. That's kind of what the Red Hood is about. Is about tricking people. So it'll be interesting to see if they do turn him, good again after he's murdered 40, 50 fucking people at this point now.
After he murdered Hank, man, you really gonna forget this guy? It's like, damn, man.
Well, that's where it's going to be interesting because in the comic, yes, they kind of do forgive him, and he blames it on the fucking serums and stuff. But we'll have to see because the Lazarus Pit don't fuck around with nobody.
Yeah, like
And it
he,
changes who you are.
How about the this other one? They haven't done anything with Wonder Girl yet, or Raven.
No, I guarantee you that because they showed them in one of the trailers. I guarantee that's going to be the season finale is them,
Do you
which
think that's
sucks.
gonna be?
Yeah, I mean they showed her in the white outfit already, so she's got to be in the season somehow. But watch, it'll be the end. Speaking of the end, how do you feel about where Stargirl's going?
The what?
Stargirl.
Stargirl. Stargirl so far been pretty good. They're building up a story, and they got a ladder, and they keep introducing people. Cause the last episode I saw was the one that they introduced the Green Lantern girl.
That was a couple episodes ago. Yeah, they introduced her, then she disappeared. I'm like, I don't understand where she went.
But
Which
she
makes no
actually
sense.
became like a lantern because she took the power of the lantern. She didn't need to charge a ring.
Yeah, but then now she disappeared. She's gone.
She's
I was like,
gone.
where
They
the hell?
haven't brought her back.
They haven't brought her back. I'm like, where did she go? She disappeared on me.
Holy crap! What else have they done with it? Because I think I've seen the first 3 episodes.
What was I up to? They all blend together. I watch them in unison. Um, Not much. I mean, it's a good show. I mean, the show that's been stealing my soul is C. I don't know if you watched that yet on Apple
Which
TV.
one?
C.
Oh, I want to see that. I heard they got because David Bautista's in it this year.
That show. So it's a difficult show to watch because everyone's blind in it. That's why it's called C. Well, almost everyone's blind. So watching them fight and watching them just go about their days like watching a blind person do it. They're constantly touching the floor and they're constantly moving sticks around and know where the hell they are. But it is a very dark, graphically violent show. Like I watched like them poking eyes out and gutting people, and they're showing every little bit of it, and it's like holy fuck. And Jason Momoa is phenomenal in it. He's just this
Wow.
badass, but they're all blind, and that's what it's such a good show, and the storyline. I'm not gonna give anything away, But the Queen, I thought the Queen in Game of Thrones was a piece of shit. This bitch makes her look like fucking Pillsbury Doughboy. She is such she is such a piece of shit fucking psychopath. And the actress, I don't know who she is, but she is so good. So the one thing I will give up is, which fucked me up, was how they pray. So how they pray is they masturbate. So the Queen's
No.
always like, I must pray. And in come like these people, and she grabs their heads and just rams them in her fucking crotch. And she's like, and she starts saying the Lord's words, and she's like, "Oh, please be God." I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with
Oh
these
my
people,
god!
dude? The show is so good. I
I gotta
binged it. I
check it
binged it.
out.
Excuse me. I binged it in like 3 days, and I was trying to watch the next episode. Why can't I watch the next episode? I'm like, oh, I've caught up to when they open up every Friday now, dude.
Oh
It's so
man,
watch 2 episodes, you'll be hooked. I guarantee you.
you, you know what's good that's coming back? Doom Patrol is coming back, and the trailers look pretty good.
Yes. I cannot wait to see where they go with the ending of last season, how it got fucked up because of the COVIDs.
Yeah. What do you think about the so far the what we do in the shadows?
I love it. The next episode is them in AC. I cannot wait for that one.
It looked like us going to AC, all baffled, all confused.
So
It's like,
I
what are
didn't.
we doing?
How up to date are you with what we do in the shadows?
Oh, I'm up to the episode. I'm up to the last one that they what was the last one? Connor the car. They took the car out of the library. Then the girl said,
Yes.
"It's a garage."
It was it was Landor's girlfriend.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that was Tony Soprano's sister because she lost all the weight until like the end of the episode. I had to tell Gina, I'm like, holy shit, that bitch got skinny.
Yeah, she lost a lot of weight. I didn't even realize that was too. I keep saying the name. I say, "Who? What the hell's going on?"
Yeah, but I mean, she still sounds the same, but she looks
Yeah.
great. God bless her. She lost all the weight.
Um, Dude, that show is crazy. You know what I think? I think this year they're gonna show because Colin Robinson is trying to find his origins
Yes.
because
Which
he's
I
an
don't get because
energy.
yeah, but there's other energy vampires out there. In the first season, he had the one chick he was dating that was a piece of shit, and then in this season, he found the one guy before before they murdered half of them. That was great. Why are you the consul? We're younger and better. And she just pulls his fucking heart out. Like, oh, okay, I'm sorry. I love
They
her.
don't start. They don't
She is
start buying
amazing.
down.
She is hysterical. I'm sorry.
She's a vicious one, man. How about the one? The first episode was great. That guy was in love with that girl in the store. They were all representing him. I thought
With the
that was
cloak,
funny.
the cloak
Yeah,
of what was the cloak called? The cloak
the
of
cloak of representing the girl of replica or something like that. The cloak of duplication, I think it was something
the
like that. It
cloak of
was so
duplication.
funny.
That's what it was.
It was
Dude,
so
I'm
fucking
sorry.
funny.
The show is phenomenal. And in the first scene when they were yelling about Wesley Snipes, I couldn't stop laughing. Plus
Oh
the
yeah,
accents.
that
I love
was
the
great.
accents. The accents are hysterical. But that's why I keep saying you guys got to come to Dragon Con. Dragon Con this year was fucking phenomenal. It was only half capacity, so it wasn't that packed, thank God. Um, we didn't spend barely any money there because we had a host hotel, so we would hang out and just go upstairs and get drinks and come back down. So I didn't spend basically any money. I think I spent maybe $300 for a week on drinking and eating. That's nothing.
And eating.
Yeah,
Oh, speaking of eating, you know the Saint Gennaro feast started.
I do know that. It's great. It's great how they cancel certain things at the Mermaid Parade due to COVID, but things like St. Gennaro Feast and other things they're gonna keep going.
You seen that electric circus that happened? You see that now they're blaming it for a clusterfuck of people getting sick.
Yep.
What do you think about that? But nobody got sick in that other concert with 70,000 people. And you know what?
Of course.
For the electric circus, you had to be. They were checking your stuff, your papers.
They're checking that everywhere. But again, the problem is, and I hate to say this, but they're checking it on your phone Like, I'm sorry, but if I go into a bar with a picture of my ID on my phone, the bouncer is going to say, get the fuck out of here because it could be very easily doctored. Number one. Number two, even if you have the vaccine, you could still get COVID and pass it on to people. I don't understand why the fuck this is. Someone posted a fucking meme, which is very true, was the COVID vaccine, the COVID cases in 2020 were like X amount of numbers with zero vaccines. And the COVID numbers in 2021 with 71% vaccine are higher. So that we're getting more COVID cases now this year than last year with no vaccine than we have now with the vaccine. So, it's I get people aren't dying as much, and I totally understand that, but something's not fucking showing the numbers. Pfizer apparently has made $35 billion because of the vaccine. Billion, not million, billion. So when they say to you that the vaccine is free, it's not. They're getting paid.
Dude, you want to hear something crazy about that whole thing? You see Moderna's stock before Moderna took out the vaccine, the stock was $20. If you look at the stock today, that thing is $420. It went up
Yep.
like 400%. It's crazy how that stock that a stock that had nothing. I mean, and you know what? They're saying that Moderna is actually probably one of the best one because you don't hear
Yeah.
too much about it.
Well, a friend of ours tried getting his vaccine, and he wanted the I won't say who, but he wanted the Johnson and Johnson one and done. So he called the fucking the hotline, and they said no, we don't promote that one. And they said, well, why not? That's the one I want. And like, oh no, we're promoting the Moderna or more importantly the Pfizer one. And he said, I don't want that one. I want the one and done. And they literally would not give him an opportunity to get the Johnson and Johnson one. And he goes, why do you think that is? I said, for the same reason why the guy who was the fucking head of the FDA is not the fucking CEO of Pfizer. Is that a coincidence? Come on.
But you want to hear
Again,
something funny? There's two people that had got that Johnson and Johnson, and they had a large heart. One guy that was joining the military, he took the Johnson and Johnson, and within 2 weeks he had a large heart, and he joined the military. He couldn't. They couldn't. He should have waited to get the shot in the military. If he would have got it, then
yeah,
he would have a pension for life.
pretty much. Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying that this thing isn't a virus. I'm not saying it's not true. I'm not saying that these things aren't out there. What I'm saying is you have to seriously do a little bit of research and see where things are going. Why are they pushing the Pfizer one so much?
Yeah.
Because they make money on it. Why are they not pushing Johnson & Johnson? I guarantee they don't have a foothold in the fucking government. If the government's all about money, and when they say that these shots are free, they're not free. Someone's paying for it. If the government's paying for it, guess who pays for the government? We do. So we're paying
Yeah.
for it. It's follow the money.
You know what? That's why you don't hear the Moderna too much either. Moderna's probably a much better vaccine. You don't hear that too much about it. All you hear is about Pfizer, Pfizer, Pfizer. If I'm gonna get a booster shot, why am I gonna get a booster shot for Pfizer? I never got the Pfizer. I want to wait for Moderna if I want to get a booster shot, because that makes more sense. Stay with what already works. It's already in your blood.
Well, that's where a lot of people are losing their cools now. Is that this fucking idiot president came out and said, "Oh, by September 20th, we're gonna have it where you can get the shots." And two of the heads of the was the FC, not the FCC, the what you call it? They stepped down and said, you know what, this guy's got his own agenda. He's pushing things now that we don't even agree with. So fuck it, we're out. And that's kind of the unfortunate. I said this to someone during Dragon Con. We really didn't discuss politics Dragon Con at all because I don't want to discuss politics that much ever in life. Um, but when people are stepping down from you, when if you watch the news around the world, not just in America, because we are the most biased, fucked up country with news and media and shit. You look at Australia, you look at Japan, you look at fucking, which Japan in itself is crazy. But look all around the other countries. They're laughing at us. Like legit laughing at our politics, laughing at our president, laughing at all of it because it's a fucking joke. Like it's really sad how we're seen across the world now. This Afghanistan shit is a fucking disaster, and
That's
yet
a
everyone's pointing fingers at everyone else.
Yeah, it's a disaster. You want to hear something? You know what's the thing that the news didn't report? But in France, everybody that had a card burned a fucking card because they didn't want a mandate. So they had a card burning party. A bunch of these people went and burned their card
Yeah.
because they said we're vaccinated. That's all you need to know. We don't need to go and tell you you've been vaccinated. So in France, all these guys took their fucking card, threw it in the flame. Fuck it.
Well, that's the kicker. Like, well, like right now, what's going on in Texas, and people are losing their minds, and rightfully so. They should lose their minds about this abortion situation. But the same people that are screaming "my body, my rights" about abortion are the same ones saying you have to get a fucking vaccine in your body because I tell you to. It's such a hypocritical world we live in nowadays, and the fact that we don't acknowledge that or even say, "Wow, that's fucking." I don't get it. I don't understand it. Maybe
I
because I
think
have a
it's
little
the
bit more.
same. To me, it's the same thing. If the abortion, I have the abortion, getting the shot, not getting the shot. Because me, you know what? I didn't have to wait for them to offer me $100 or anything. I just went and got it. Because you know what? I'm fat. I'm around people. I'm bartending. I don't want to get one of these idiots. If it was me, I'll get rid of all these idiots. I'll cough on them. but
So now that thing that kills me now is now they're promoting for children under the age of 12 to get it, and they're offering $100. How is that not any different than having Joe Camel offering kids cigarettes? Like, how the fuck is this any different than you're promoting things for children? Which I'm sorry, but promoting something to my son who just turned 12, because now we have to have the conversation of is he getting the vaccine? You promote shit towards him, I'm gonna be very pissed off because he's not, in my opinion, logical enough or smart enough to make life or death conversations. If he can't get a fucking tattoo at 12 because it's permanent in his body, why is it so easy that he can get a vaccine at that age? Why are we listening to them? And it's the same situation with gender reassignments. They're trying to make it where your kids as young as 15 can get gender reassignment therapy and take hormones. That's fucking absurd.
I don't understand that either. There's some weird shit going. There's a whole agenda. There's a weird agenda going on.
And I hate saying it's just the liberals, but unfortunately, these fucking liberals are putting things out there. Like, I'm sorry, at 15, if you think you want to be a boy or a girl or you want to pick and choose your gender, that's fine. But you should not be able to physically or chemically change anything in your body until the age of at least 18. At least. You can't drink a beer till you're 21, but you can change your gender at 15? Come on. One beer or a couple of drinks ain't gonna fucking murder you.
You know what's funny? I always go back to science, and let's go to other science. You have a vagina, you're pretty much a female. If you have a dick, you're a male.
Yeah,
What's wrong with that?
but they can edit that though. They can I've seen gender reassignment surgeries. They're fucking gross as shit to watch. I ain't gonna lie. But I've seen people do it. They've cut the penis in quarters and they fold it up inside and
Oh,
stuff. I've
it's insane.
it's not fun to watch. I've watched it. But God bless the people. But see, here's the thing: the people that really believe it and that really go with it, that's awesome. Unfortunately, there are a lot of people that think they are a certain way, and after let's say a year or two of therapies, whatever, they realize no, that really wasn't me. It was just the time of my life. But now, if you've gone through this surgery, you're done. You're stuck there. You
Yeah.
can't go back from that. You can't go from a male to a female surgery wise, and then say after 2 years, okay, I'm done being a female. Fix my penis. No,
No.
now you're stuck with a vagina.
No, but that's when you go to therapy before you change. They just don't change you right away. You gotta talk to a psychiatrist. You gotta make sure you really want this. You want to make sure you want this change because once it's done, it's not like,
You're
hey,
done.
let
You're
me.
permanent. Yeah.
Yeah, you can't turn it back. So that's the thing that they do. And you know what? Like, and that's what I'm saying. Like from 15-year-old kid to let them. Nah, they should just. You know what? Let them decide later on. They decide. You know what? They should give them until 21 to decide what they want to be. At least there, you develop. You know what you like. You're already more. You're a young adult. 18 is all right, but I'd say they should let these kids do it to 21 because that's when you
21.
really know.
If you can't drink alcohol to 21, then you should be able to pick life choices till you're 21. That's just my
But
personal opinion.
at 21, at 18, you can vote. So you can make
Yeah.
a decision for vote. So if you start talking to the psychiatrist by 18, you can't do nothing till you're 21. That gives you like 3 years of talking to a psychiatrist. Do you really want to do this? This what you want? Are you
Well, it's the same thing with with like women getting breast implants at 15, 16. Like I say, oh for my 16th birthday, my dad got me breast implants. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Your body is still developing. Your body is still growing. Why would you ever? What parent who think it's okay to have their child alter their body like that at 16. I'm sorry. And the reason I said that was I was watching the Soleil Moon Frye fucking documentary. I don't know if you've seen that one yet. 90s kid or whatever it was.
Oh yeah.
She had a breast reduction at like 15, and it's like, oh, my back was hurting. I'm like, yeah, but you're growing. You don't know if 3 years later. First of all, I don't think no woman should ever reduce her boobs because that's just God's gift of saying be happy. And I get a lot of shit for that. I always get shit. You don't understand the backaches and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, hire 2 Mexicans that fucking carry him around. Trust me, they'll be more than happy to do it for you.
They'll do it for free.
Exactly. Just hold it. I told my friend Tina that. Miss Tina, I take break now. Shut up. But I don't think anybody should change or alter anything in their body until the age of 18. And I don't mean like tattoos. Tattoos, yes, they they're permanent. And I don't think you should them any younger than. I mean, I got my first tattoo, my first 2 small tattoos. I was 17, but they were really small, nothing big. I didn't get my first major tattoo until I was in my 30s. So, and now fucking covered. So,
hey, do you see do you see the altercation between Machine Gun Kelly and Conor McGregor?
no.
Oh my God!
Please
So
tell me Conor McGregor knocked him the fuck out.
no, so Conor McGregor wanted to take a picture with Megan Fox, and Machine Gun Kelly said no. So fucking Conor McGregor went after, like he went after. They had to break it up. He goes, I don't even know who this guy is. It's like I just want a picture with Megan Fox. So they almost got to take this huge giant fight.
Dude, I'll say as much. I'm not a big fan of Megan Fox, but the VMAs, she looked fucking good.
Dude, I don't. Dude, you know what? I don't care if she's fake. She's phenomenal looking. Like
She looked good. But you like Machine Gun Kelly, and I think he's a fucking retard.
he is a I like some of his songs. They're all right. You know, like that
He's a
last album
retard.
that he did was pretty good. The
He's
new
an idiot.
album is not that good. And I like
He's
the guy Baker, Travis Baker, phenomenal. That guy's a great fucking drummer.
oh, he's an absolute great musician, but Machine Gun Kelly is a fucking idiot. Like bona fide. When he got booed at WrestleMania, I couldn't stop laughing. So I got a question for you before we go any further. Who is the motherfucker of the week?
Dude, my motherfucker of the fucking week is that fucking doctor, Dr. Shankly, whatever, David Shank, whatever, the Indian doctor that's always on TV. I'm tired of listening to, because you know what? Every time we see this motherfucker on TV, you would think he'll bring us some good news. No! It's horrible news. It's terrible, horrible news. It's like, and then he's with that fucking school janitor that looks like a fucking school bus in the yellow dress. These people are horrible people. They can't come with us giving us some good news. They got to give us bad news. It's like, oh,
Always bad
you guys
news.
are going to die. You know, though, I'm going to do my own public fucking announcement. You know what I would do? I would just tell people, I already got my vaccine, but I don't want you to get the vaccine. I don't want you to get it at all. If I tell people not to get it, guess what? These
They're
people
gonna get it.
They will get it.
See, my
'Cause if
motherfucker of
this
the week.
lunatic got it, I should have it too.
My motherfucker of the week is that idiot AOC.
Oh my God. Dude, you know that they're checking on her now?
Yeah.
Because of that, she took a 30,000 ticket to the Met Gala, and then she's wearing the dress tax the rich.
She said
What
so.
the hell
I
is
got
this?
into. So I didn't. I don't think I got into it, but I had a conversation with a young lady on my Facebook, and I said, only in this world can a moron wear a tax the rich dress to the most uber elitist fucking event known to man. I was like, the only thing that would have made it better was if she was white, because then would have said this is the ultimate white privilege, but she's not white, obviously. So the girl's like, well, I gotta check and see. I guarantee you, she was donated the ticket. So apparently, the designer bought the table and invited them. So she apparently didn't pay for her ticket. I said that doesn't change the fact that it fucking matter that you're bitching about people that you're then going and celebrating. Like,
Yeah.
like it's like me saying I hate the Klan and then being invited to a fucking Klan meeting and being like, I'm gonna wear a fuck the Klan shirt. Like, no, but I'm still going to that fucking meeting. I'm still bringing attention to them.
Dude, you know what's the funny thing about that whole situation with her? That dude, she's like, you know what? They got the committee, the ethics committee that's looking her up now. She might get into some trouble because of this thing now. She might get some heat because it's like, wow. First of all, tax the rich, and you. It's like me. It's like, so I don't want to join the old elite. I do not want to be join old elite, but I still hang out with elite. She's hanging out with
Yeah.
the richest, most powerful, like people that pretty much run the world. And she's in there like da da da, $30,000. Dude, that dress was like $100,000 dress, and the
Well,
fucking
that's
tickets
why I was laughing. I'm
30,000.
like, here she is saying tax the rich, tax the rich, tax the rich, as she's driving around her fucking Tesla and her 200 and fucking something $1,000 like what apartment, like this crazy shit. I was like, but yet you're bitching about the rich. Like, bitch, you are the rich. You were the one who, before you fucking took office, were bitching about not having enough money to survive. Now you're worth, how much is you worth? Like 4 million, 5 million?
Yeah,
You're the fucking rich, dummy. Like, you are
John.
the rich.
John, I was just going to tell you that she's the one that say she couldn't even afford to live in Washington. She got an apartment in the Bronx, and she got an apartment in Washington.
Well, I mean, isn't she also the one that was bitching about her grandmother not having, electricity in fucking in Puerto Rico, and she was asking for like GoFundmes and shit, and they're like, "What are you fucking kidding me? Sell your Tesla, bitch. Sell your Tesla and buy her fucking like 3 fucking apartments like in Puerto Rico."
Dude,
And then some of what happened?
instead of taking that ticket for the $30,000 Met Gala, she should have asked for the 30,000, send it to her grandma.
Well, the one Republican, I forgot who it was, like don't like raise money for her, and she wouldn't take it only because he did it. He had
That's
a
pretty
Twitter.
funny.
He put his Twitter account out and said, "We're going to raise money for AOC's abuela. I think that's how you pronounce it." And
Yeah,
she got pissed and she wouldn't take it. She's like, "No, I'm not taking your money." They raised like $200,000 for her. She was like, "No, I'm not taking that money." Like, this is how
not good.
fucking stupid.
John, you're not the only one that have torches cracked their back. Ah.
I love this thing. This is my favorite goddamn
Oh
thing.
yeah, me too. Same
Did yours
one.
have a little massage ball at the end too?
No, I just got the one. I just need a scratcher.
Oh, I got a massage ball, so I'm sitting there. It's like,
Ah. Oh yeah, this is good. These guys should give us some free stuff, man. We promoted them on the show.
so hopefully next year, Dragon Con, y'all will be there. I gotta tell you, man, it was the greatest. It's such a good trip. The people that we hang out with and we see there are the most relaxed, weird individuals. It's like the East Village weirdos without being over the top weird. Like if you tell them to shut the fuck up, they listen.
Funny.
Like they're super weird. But if you're like, you're freaking me out, can you please stop? They're like, okay, I'm sorry. And they walk away. And it's like, all right, thank you. It's not like the
Dude,
Village
how,
People
how
say,
were the girls out there? How were the girls out
they're
there?
awesome. They're phenomenal. I'll send you some photos.
Oh, I definitely want to see some pictures, some good ones. I
Yeah,
want to see
nah,
some
dude,
good ones.
it was like I said, just I mean, again, I guess because it's not post COVID, but everyone was just happy to be there. Everyone was happy to be out in public and being able to see everyone. The costumes were fucking phenomenal. The parties were unreal. We smoked a cigar almost every night. Just sat out by the stairs with the DJ going, and it was a great time. I was very thankful to go. With everything I have going on back home, I was thrilled to get away for a little bit and unplug.
So
So
let's talk about, since you're talking about Dragon Con, let's talk about Big E. What the hell do you think
well,
of
they were
that?
there. They were at Dragon Con, which I thought was hysterical. Will Woods was there, and I know Kofi was. I think Kofi was there. Big E winning, I think, is fucking phenomenal. I think it's it's due in due time. But now is he going to be exclusively on Raw, and there's a new day back together? Does that mean?
Or maybe he'll turn heel.
I'm waiting to see that. Maybe Woods turns heel, and he decides to, because now he's the only one that hasn't had a World Championship.
He been a tag team champion, but he hasn't even been like a U.S. champion. He hasn't even been like an intercontinental. Nothing. He hasn't had anything
Nothing.
like that.
And he's a good wrestler.
You know what? But he's like a better talker.
Yes. Well, but he's a good. He's has an unorthodox way of wrestling, which is what I like about him. But speaking of those guys, where the fuck is Titus O'Neil? Where's he been? He's still under contract. He's still doing all the publicity things, but I have not seen him wrestle in how long?
Yeah, they just use him as a. You know what? They should also. You know what they should actually do to him? They should make him like the commissioner or something.
Yeah.
Just like the guy that makes matches or something. Give him like something like that as a commission. I think he'll be good. You know.
Put him on TV for something.
But you got that other guy, Adam Pierce. He seemed to do pretty good. He seemed, but you got him on both shows. You had him and Sonya over there, and then you had like tires over here. And they make choices, and there be negotiation. Oh, who should we have fight? Because Survivor Series in Barclays Center.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, but Survivor Series in Barclays Center this year.
So did you hear the rumor that they were going to make Adam Cole a fucking manager?
Yeah, I saw that on Jim talk about that. They were going to make him the manager of Keith Lee.
What the fuck is wrong with them? How do you take like if you're gonna do the angle where it's like Shawn Michaels and Big Daddy Cool, where it's him and Keith Lee, I kind of get that. The smaller guy who still wrestles and then the bigger guy, I understand that. But to make him like a Leo Rush of Bobby Lashley, like that makes no sense. It makes no fucking sense.
It's that Vince McMahon didn't like him because he was too small. That's the problem. The guy was too small.
But so is Shawn Michaels.
Yeah, but Shawn Michaels was a little taller. It was much more believable. Shawn Michaels also wrestled like Bret Hart. You know what? Vince McMahon is more about those big. When Shawn Michaels, it's almost like when you had Tito Santana, Hulk Hogan. You had a lot of guys that were the same size, but then you had like Andre the Giant. Then you had like a Hulk Hogan that was 6'8". You had a star. It was a very different kind of wrestling then, but it made sense,
How wild is it to see how small he got?
Look at the Young Buck, how small they are.
Well, they're just cosplayers. But look how small Hogan got. He's like 6'2" now. He's shrunk.
Yeah, but that's from the back surgery. They
got
surgeries,
yeah,
it's crazy, man. It's like how many back surgeries that guy can do? That guy can't even take a bump. He'll be done.
But he still wants to have one more match. Which I don't know how.
Oh, he does.
Yeah.
When is Extreme Rules?
Is it this Sunday or next Sunday?
Let me look that up. I know because I think they're probably gonna have a rematch where you think they're gonna keep the title on Big E for a while. He's just there for now, and
I hope so. I hope. Who are they gonna if they're making him a transitional champion? Who do you think they should put it on next? You can't give it back to Bobby. They took it off Bobby for a reason. So who do you give it to next?
You know what? You could always turn around and give it back to Bobby, and make him because you know what, he looks so good. But I think the reason they took it away from him also too because I think they're gonna do that on Saudi Arabia's show, and Goldberg's gonna beat Lashley.
Oh, all right. I was like, don't tell me they're giving Goldberg the fucking belt again.
Nah, they're not giving him the belt no more. He had his reign. It's enough.
And I don't want to say negative things about anybody in the professional wrestling business because they got into the ring, they did this, that, and the other. But Goldberg is useless. Like what kills me is if you watch when he comes out and they have the chance of Goldberg, you watch and honestly, I don't know who else has said this. If they haven't, I'm saying it. You watch the audience. No one, not a single fucking person is chanting Goldberg. Not a person.
They bring that in.
They pipe it in, yeah. But it's blatantly obvious that's piped in because when the whole audience is like this, and you hear Goldberg, and no one's lips are moving, come on, man. It looks bad. It looks horrible.
It looks very bad.
The Alexa Bliss bullshit looks horrible. With now she has Charlie, fucking Charlotte Flair's fucking doll and stuff. It's like, come on.
You see how funny that was setting that the next day in
Of course.
And then the next day they had the door on sale. So Sunday, September 24th is September 26th is Extreme Rules. What do you think when they get the Demon back?
I think they're drawing at straws to get any kind of attention right now, unfortunately. I don't think he's going to win. I think it'd be great if he did, but I don't think he's going to win. I would think it'd be great if Brock Lesnar interfered and cost Roman Reigns the win, which then put the belt back on fucking Finn. That would be phenomenal. And then you could have a nice little Roman Reigns Brock feud. We'll have, instead of Judy Bagwell on a pole, we'll have Paul Heyman on a pole match. to see who wins Paul Heyman's services. But again, I say, you don't realize how big these guys are until you stand next to someone like Paul Heyman. I met Paul Heyman on a number of occasions. The man's a fucking walrus. He's a house. He's
He's
easily
big.
six. He's easily 6'3", 6'4". His shoulders are twice the size of, and then he stands next to like Brock Lesnar or Roman Reigns, and he's tiny. And you're like, how big must these motherfuckers be?
But I like the thing they do with the bloodline. Right now Roman
Yeah.
Reigns is like, you know what? They're not taking that title away from him. I don't think nobody's taking. You got to get the title in that whole thing with the bloodline. And they should put Naomi and the other girl together. That should get rid of Neidhart and you put
Oh, Tamina.
Tamina. You put them all in SmackDown with Nia Jax, and then you put the SmackDown Woman title on Naomi, and
Dude,
the
I,
Big
I
Show
want to
had the
like
tag team
Tamina.
title.
I want to like Tamina. I do. She is such a horrible wrestler. She is so bad. And she looks atrocious. Like, she does not look healthy at all. Even Natty. Like, I love Natty, but her outfits make her look like a frumpy, dumpy fuck. I don't understand why. I don't get it. I've seen her in bikini photos, recent ones. I'm like, God damn, you're sexy as shit.
Got a
What
body,
the fuck are
man.
they? What do they put exactly? But they put her in these outfits, and I'm like, what are you doing? Like even Marie, like she's got a banging body, and that one-legged pant thing is so fucking. It looks bad on Zack Ryder. It looks worse on her. I don't
It's like,
understand it.
yeah, and she got beat up by Dewdrop.
She's another one I want to like. Eva Marie, I do. She's horrible. She shows no emotion. It's like watching a fucking. You could take any other Planet Fitness bitch, put her out there, and get a better reaction. And it's sad to say that, but it's true.
But you know what the problem with Eva Marie is? One thing, she gets heat.
But does she though? She doesn't do
She
anything.
gets she gets a lot of heat. People just don't like her. She's like one of those people don't like. What are you doing here? We hate you. But she gets the heat. She's like a good villain. She's a very
But she's
good
not.
bad
But she's
guy.
not though because she shows no emotion. Like I can imagine having sex with her. Be like, do you feel anything? And she's like, oh yeah, you could keep going.
Because they got the thing with her saying she's gonna sue Dewdrop because she attacked him before the bell. Like, you know what, she's trying. She tried, you know what, she tries. She tries.
Speaking of, Dewdrop just got married, so congratulations to her and her
Yeah.
husband. They just got married. But you know who you should look up? Jordan Grace. Her
Oh
Twitter
yeah,
account.
Grace. That's the girl from TNA. I mean Impact.
Yes,
Yeah.
Impact, dude. She's posting tons of videos now, and her bikini's working out and shit. And she is the one of the thickest, hottest women I've ever seen in my fucking
But
life.
you know what's one of the problem with her? She's like one of those people. She puts those pictures and then she's like bash you for liking them. This is for me. It's from my heart. Yeah, look at this. But then she's like bashing. It's insane, dude. Like she like sometimes. Oh, what happened? We lost Johnny. Hopefully we get Johnny back, so I don't have to host the show until he comes back. Oh, he's back.
That was weird.
What happened? They just threw you
It
off.
just it just shut down on me. Yeah, it was like I'm
Oh,
watching. I'm like, oh wait, I'm in a blank screen now. What happened there? Nah, Jordan
so
Grace,
she
dude. I think she's hot. I'm sorry. I think she's phenomenal. She's married. I know she's a married woman. I'm not saying that, but fuck, some of the things she posts nowadays, I'm like, holy shit. Oh, speaking of women in wrestling, one thing we do have to talk about, which we have not discussed yet, is Daphne.
Oh yeah, that whole thing was a disaster.
Yeah, our condolences go out to everyone around her, especially Franny, who was very good friends with her. What's fucked up for me was I follow them on Instagram and Twitter and whatnot, and I got a notification that she was going live, but I was at Dragon Con. It was Wednesday night. So I didn't log in and see anything. And it just so happened she lives like not far from Dragon Con in Atlanta. Not that I thought I could have done anything to change the situation, but um the next morning when I heard that she took her own life, I was like, fuck. That's heartbreaking, man. Like and did you watch the video?
I didn't see the video, but I heard the video is her talking. She had like a gun and talk about she sold her by herself. She got nobody.
She was
And you
upset,
know,
and
she
there's only like
suffered
six
from
people.
TB. That's from concussion. She got too many concussions.
Yeah.
But
There was
she
only
did
like
a lot of stupid shit too. Remember when she was in there, all the bumps and crazy? She did so many shit that it was like, didn't need to do this, man.
well, she thought that she was paying her dues and gonna ride it out, and I kind of get that. Um, there's only like six, I think, or eight people watching her live stream when she was discussing these things. It's a sad, unfortunate thing to see when someone's that depressed and that down on themselves that they feel the need to take their own life, and it's horrible. So anybody watching this, if you're ever in that boat, please reach out to one of us. There's tons of people on this podcast or who listen to this podcast who will definitely listen and get you through that moment, because that's truly all it really is one moment of is 1 second of 1 minute of 1 hour of one day that you need to get past, and you can get past it. So it's unfortunate. So my condolences go out to her and her whole family and everyone affected by that. It's a pretty bummed out, shitty thing. I know Francine's pretty broken up about it. She still makes a couple comments here and there. It's pretty sad to hear that, though. I don't know if you saw, but
But
Nikki Ash wore a lot of people have been wearing like armbands in remembrance for her.
I saw that, yeah, the Daphne on bar. I
Yeah,
saw some of the girls wearing that. You know what the problem was with her? She just had you know what? She was depressed. She also had CTE, and you know what? Once she got depression and that, and it all balls out, and even if she had people in her mind, she thought she was still alone, which is a sad
yeah.
state of it. And she even put to the point that she wasn't going to hurt her brain. So I wonder how she killed herself,
Oh, really? So I didn't see all
because
that.
she
I
wanted
get
to
that too.
donate her brain to science so they could test it.
It's sad. It's real sad course of events, but
So that's a
yeah,
whole other thing. That you know who else did that? Remember the football player Sayas?
yes,
He
yes,
had
yes.
stress and donated his brain to science. So this girl did about the same thing, but we don't know how she did it. You know.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. It's sad to say. It's sad to see all that going
How
on.
bad is those tragedy? You have her, you had China, these girls at the end of the day. How about the other one, the real fine one? Actually,
Morano, yeah.
yeah, Miranda, another one that fucking died too. That's I think she committed suicide or did she just die?
I'm not sure if she OD'd or if she committed suicide. But the biggest problem is, and Ric Flair said it most eloquently that he could, is the roar of that crowd is and fame as far as being a professional wrestler goes is the most intoxicating drug of all. And when that goes away, it's a hard pill to swallow to get back to a normal life. Some of them could do it. Like look at Spike Dudley. He's I think an accountant now somewhere. Some people can adjust back to a normal life, and some people just can't. They can't go back to that, not having that crowd scream and yell, and it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. People, I've never had that thrill of being in a wrestling ring with 100,000 people screaming your name. Coming out to WrestleMania, I never had that, so I don't know. But apparently, it's the most intoxicating drug of all.
I can see that being toxic. How about Triple H getting that heart surgery?
He had a heart attack. Yeah, I mean, it's. I mean, we're not trying to be an asshole. When you've been that big for that long, and I'm not saying he uses steroids, I'm not saying he doesn't, but I'm sure you're using other enhancements. Your body eventually is going to say, I mean, he's older. He's what, in his 50s now?
Yeah.
I mean, I know people in their 40s who've had heart attacks who never used any kind of illegal drugs or steroids or did anything. So it's not like saying, oh, he did it because of this. Well, no, because everyone's body's different. Why do some people get COVID and like Luna get it fucking horrible for a month, and other people get it and they even know they had it? Like we have friends of ours who have antibodies who never knew they had COVID. Like
I pretty much had that experience. I never had any symptoms and stuff, and then the next time when I got tested, oh, you got the antibodies. I said, holy shit, how the hell did that happen?
yeah, so it's a thing, but he's doing well. He's getting better, so we wish him a very speedy recovery. Now,
Man, it,
If Vince had a heart attack, I'd be a little nervous because that motherfucker's old.
you want to hear something funny? Two things I want to bring up. Did you hear WWF did something with Vince Russo.
No.
I think they interviewed Vince Russo for the maybe for the Different Man documentary
Did
because
you
they
watch the
went.
9/11 documentary on wrestling? I haven't watched it yet. I don't know if I want to
Oh, that
watch it.
was very good.
Is it good? Is it worth watching?
Yeah,
I don't know if I want to watch it.
it was very good because they talk about how they had a show in Houston week that same week as 9/11. They didn't go. They
Yeah.
canceled SmackDown on whatever the day, and they did the show on Tuesday. And they talk about how the wrestlers talk about the emotion and how they got
Well,
security. That
because that was the first time anything in America was having a mass gathering. It was the first
yeah,
mass gathering. It wasn't baseball. It wasn't basketball. It was wrestling. It was the first thing, which was I
yeah,
thought was pretty unique. For me, watching 9/11 stuff is a little different. My dad was a New York City fire chief across the street when the buildings came down. Everything he's dealing with right now is because of that situation with the chemicals. So it's a little hard for me to do that. Why,
no,
why
but
does it why does the ticket tape say out of time? Oh, it's
oh,
about time.
it's about time. So the thing is,
About
this is
time.
the problem with that whole 90s, the whole that show was very good, the documentary. But Bradshaw, JBL cut such a fucking powerful promo that they didn't put on that. But the JBL cut a promo that he could have easily be a baby face after that promo that he
Yeah.
cut of the people that did this to us and we should have done to them and stuff like that. It was like, oh my God. But yeah, that's crazy. And I watched it's 35 minutes and they just show a lot of stuff about they talk about 9/11, talk about the wrestlers, they talk about, like everybody's emotion, how the Rock the Rock, that the Rock and Steve Austin had a match that night after the Monday night SmackDown went
No.
off the air. Yeah, they did a show. And they show him, they show a lot of the wrestlers. It's a good documentary. They show Kirk Angle, and he say he got one of the biggest pops he ever got, the Olympic hero. And you see what the WWF just did. They just signed that other Olympic guy, Gable.
Yes, 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 yes. But
Let's
now,
see what they
but now,
do.
who are they going to change his name? Because you already got a Gable there. You got Chad Gable.
Yeah.
So what are you
So
going to do?
they might change the name, but that's don't they call him Little Shorty now or whatever?
No,
Shorty
he was
Gable.
Shorty G for a while, but now he's part of he's back to being Chad Gable with not Rufus. The hell's his name? Otis,
Oh, that's the Academy.
the Alpha Academy.
Alpha Academy, like the what was it? Was American Alpha? Was that his tag team?
Yes, 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 yes. With the other guy who got hurt and had to step away.
Yeah,
Kurt
that
Angle's
guy,
son.
dude. That guy's. There's another guy that's still on the payroll.
Yeah,
What the hell
John.
did these guys get under like Tyrus or these?
No
But
idea.
they're still on the payroll. Who else is on the payroll too? That you don't see Otunga. David Otunga is still on the payroll.
Why?
He's like a lawyer. Like in real life, he's like a
No, I
lawyer.
know he's a lawyer in real life. Why? But he ain't a lawyer for them though. So why the hell are they keeping him on the fucking payroll? You know what I did? You know what I did just see, which comes out today, I think at 9 o'clock, was the premiere of Dark Side of the Ring.
Oh, I can't wait to see it.
There's a 1 hour preview with Jericho and the producers and the I guess the owners of it, and they go over what they're going to discuss this season, and it's a great 1 hour. It's on YouTube if you want to check it out. I'll send you the link. Me and Gina watched it last night. It looks good. This season, the second half of the season looks really good.
You want to hear something funny? Those guys are always on the Jim Cornette podcast. The two guys that make it are always on there. And it was funny. So Jim Cornette, so Tony Khan went on Busted Open Radio, which is on XM Radio.
Yep.
And Tony Khan say, you know what? I pretty much learned how to do all my book and all my stuff from Jim Cornette. And Jim Cornette totally shits on the product all the time. But he said, well, he's right because he said Jim Cornette came on his podcast and he talked about how the way they view Punk. He said it's not the way I would have done it, but it was perfect the way AEW introduced Punk and just gave him 20 minutes of
Yeah.
let me fucking talk.
Oh, I thought it was great. I thought it was absolutely great. And then Dan Bryant coming out, a week later with Adam Cole. I thought it was great.
Dude, we're gonna see Kenny Omega versus Dan Bryan. next week when we're there in the arena when
In
we're in the outlet.
Queens.
Oh,
For
I saw
those,
that
I
that
think everyone's
Gina
going.
found the Italian place, Park Lounge, Parkside.
Apparently, everyone's going next week. Like everyone talks like, "Oh, I'll be there. Oh, I'll be there. Oh, oh my gosh, shit! It's gonna be a shit show."
My friend Big Dan, that looked like he ate that Italian Young Bucks and Adam Cole. He's gonna be there. He's like a monster. He's huge. He's like a
Okay.
white Mabel.
A white Mabel.
White Mabel is a huge fucker.
I don't know.
Tremendous.
I don't even know if that's even possible. A white Mabel.
Dude, this guy's big. This guy looked like he might eat Mabel. He's a wrestling fan.
All right. Well, we'll be in AEW next week. What do you have going
Yeah.
on this week?
Not much. I got my friend Whitney in town, so I'm gonna see what I'm gonna meet her in a little bit. Go have dinner. I mean lunch, and then probably I'm gonna head down to San Gennaro, see what's going on over there.
The
Maybe
feast.
fucking
There's no COVID in
pick
the
up
feast because they serve food.
pick up some sandwich. Maybe bring back to 7B.
To see the mermaid who is there right now.
See the mermaid. I saw her when I went to pick up my laundry. I was walking by and I saw her.
She said that. She goes, I just saw Rossi waddling across the street to get his laundry.
Do you see do you get the badges for the Comic Con?
I don't think we got ours yet. I know we have the Thursday, which will be at Thursday New York Comic Con for those who want to stop in and say hello. And we will be in
That's
costume.
October 7th, right?
October 7th, yes.
You know,
Apparently, Parker is going in costume too.
oh yeah, Parker. I heard Parker was coming. Today's Parker's birthday. Happy
Yes,
birthday
it
to
is.
Parker.
Happy birthday to Parker.
And it's Layla's birthday too.
A lot of birthdays today.
Yeah, a lot of birthday today. Layla, Parker, Luna. My God,
Luna.
everybody's born in September.
Not me. I'm born in fucking February. The best time they're born.
You and you know what's closing, right? Fucking Harry's.
Harry's.
I guess the same night as Extreme Rules, they closed. The 26th is the last day.
That sucks.
I feel like going there for a day on a Thursday, just going there, eating once a few things, and then just
Yeah,
coming
but
back.
is it closing, or is like are they just gonna reopen under a different name? I can't see that space being that place was always packed, so I can't see the space just going unused.
I think what's happened, I think they might close down Baddies
Really?
because they own 3 casinos. You can't do that. I think the thing's finally kicking, and the new owners are going to take it over. I think that's why it's closing.
Gotcha.
So Baddies going to be taken over by some new owners.
Okay, maybe it'll be cheaper.
It might be, and but I think that's what's happening. But if you don't go to House, that's to play if you don't go to Harry's, they got Doc's. Doc's is as good as Harry, but it's like a little bit. It's next to a GameStop, but it's a little dicey when you go there.
I'm good.
It's the kind of place. No, we could go there. There's a line to get in there, but we'll take a cab there. Take a cab right back.
Exactly. Cabbing in, cabbing out. All right, what do you have going this week?
Over there, they'll kill you over there.
Come here, white boy. No, I'm good. Do you remember that when one guy tried talking to me? As I was fucking calling me a British person, this, that, and the other.
Hey, London. Hey, London.
Yeah. Hey, London. Where you going, London? I'm from Brooklyn. What the fuck are you talking about? Oh, my bad. Oh, I'm sorry. I gotta tell you, see, even Anthony was like, I'd heard the stories of y'all going on vacation. I didn't believe any of them till I went on vacation with y'all. People just love to fuck with you too. I was like, yes, they do.
Amazing. It's amazing.
All right, what do you have going on this week?
Not much. I got Whitney in town. I'm off the next couple of days, and then I'll be back at International Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. And I gotta tell people I've been pretty busy those 3 days so far. I gotta thank the customers and you know what, and thanks for the people that are coming in with a card and showing them. Because you know what, I'm checking some, but I'm really not like if you're a regular, I'm not gonna check your card. You've been there.
Well,
You've been with
yeah.
me
If
the
you
whole
know
time.
they have it already, then you don't have to check it
You
16,000
know?
fucking times.
Yeah, but I don't. The problem is, I'm waiting for somebody to just sit there, and watch everybody that's coming in, and then if they're not drinking, because I'm going to tell you a story right now.
True.
So the first two guys that came to me giving out the flyers to tell people that they got to use the card. So the first, and I should have had somebody take this. The first guys that came to me they showed me badges and this and that, and that's okay. It's great. Do you have your vaccine? Do you have your papers, John?
What they say? No.
These two guys didn't have the paper, so guess what I do? You need to leave. I can't conduct business with you because I got my vaccine. I got my papers. You don't have your paper?
Bye.
Hasta la vista, baby. They were like, but we got badges. But you don't have your papers.
See, right there, you missed the point to say we don't need your stinking badges. Get the fuck out.
Yeah, I got to step it. It was, I couldn't believe that. I was more, to imagine that you're working for the health department and you're pushing this thing, you haven't got vaccinated, and you
don't
got
have
to
it.
enforce the law to get people's paper. Whoever you got checking this shit, you gotta make sure you got your paper. Go the first thing I want to ask the inspector, let me see your papers. You want to ask for my paper? Let me see your papers before I even fucking start talking to you. It's insane.
It's we're letting the government get away with whatever the fuck they want nowadays, and we're taking it.
But it's not. It's only New York, and you know what's funny? It's only in New York. It's only in New York City mandate. Like if you go to like up somewhere else, I think if you go up to like Long Island, places like that, nobody's checking for that shit. It's a New York City thing. It's not a state thing. You know.
And this is why the property value in Florida has fucking gone through the roof. Because everybody's buying in Florida.
Everybody's Florida, North Carolina. People get the hell out of there.
I don't blame them.
Shit. Look at Coyote Ugly. These women still gotta wear masks. Why would you even go there?
They got chicken wings now, though, so I want to go try those out.
They got what?
Chicken wings.
I hope they're good, man. They gotta make up for wearing the mask.
Yeah. Well, they're still half naked. They're just wearing a mask.
It doesn't matter.
Trust me, some of those girls, they could use the mask. Some, not all. Not all.
All right. So, John, what are you up to this week?
Looking for work because unemployment's up and I'm fucked. I'm looking for work, a lot of hospital visits, a lot of cleaning. Actually, really busy. But, you know, I'm here, I'm breathing, I'm alive, so that's all that really matters.
That's all that really matters.
Other than that, just if anybody knows for a job or someone who's hiring, I'm good at telecommunications. I'm good at desk work.
Dude, if you want, why don't you apply for the GM job in pianos?
I should. I was applying for jobs in Disney. I was like, yo, I'll go to Florida. I'm done. If I didn't have my son here, I'd be in Florida right now already. Working in Disney, small, minuscule little job, just living my life and enjoying the calm.
That's crazy, man. That's crazy. Yeah, but let's see, because the unemployment definitely run out. There's some people still on it, but they're not getting the extra money. They're just getting the regular unemployment because
I'm not getting nothing. They canceled everything on me. They're like, fuck you, you're out.
That's an outrage. It's an American outrage.
Yes, I'm poor. All right, but we will see you next week.
Yeah, have a good one. Thank you, fuck you, and goodbye.
Don't get drunk.
Get lumped up. See you later.
Later.